So towards the end of Wednesday season 2, Enid, in a last-ditch attempt to save her best friend, transforms into her werewolf form. Unlike other Lycans, Enid turns out to be an alpha, basically the cream of the crop when it comes to Lycans in the Addams Family universe. In her alpha Lycan form, she is stronger, faster, and better in all ways when it comes to other werewolves, and one thing is that she does not have to wait for a full moon to transform. But it comes with a little bit of an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini problem. If she is unable to control her alpha powers, she risks the high chance of remaining in her alpha form permanently, which is why the wolf pens are introduced. In Wednesday, the wolf pens are a controlled containment area at Nevermore Academy specifically built for werewolves. In this case would be the students. In the show, Enid is approached by Agnes DeVille in the wolf pen to help her save Wednesday, which eventually leads to Enid transforming to save her best friend, losing her sense of self and disappearing into the forest. But what are you telling me right now that you already know? Well, since you already know, drop that like button and subscribe for more if you made it this far into the video, because we're not done yet. Because at the end of Wednesday season 2, we are given the cliffhanger about Wednesday's aunt Ophelia being alive and in a dungeon under the estate of Wednesday's beloved grandmother, Grandma Hester Frump, who broke her own daughter out of Willowhurst without anybody knowing. At the end scene, we are shown Ophelia writing on the wall, "Wednesday must die."
Ophelia.
But what if just how Wednesday was able to see through the eyes of others, just like how she was able to see her right through the eyes of the murderer at the beginning of the episode of season 2, she's able to do more. Because just like her aunt Ophelia, the writing on the wall could be something of her seeing through the eyes of another person who she connected to that wants Wednesday unalived.
Of course!
Now, putting all that stuff aside for another full-length video, if you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. How does Aunt Ophelia help aiding Wednesday to save Enid? Now let's talk about it. Now, we know that Enid is not fully in control of her body. She's kind of running off of her werewolf instincts. So Wednesday will have to elevate her powers in a much higher capacity. Find a way to connect Enid's soul, or her conscience, to her body. Now, when a werewolf wolfs out, instincts take over. Emotions like aggression or protection intensify. Rational thinking can be reduced temporarily, or in Enid's case, if she stays in that form for too long, it becomes permanent. So what better way for Wednesday to learn how to master her powers at even greater lengths than from her aunt herself?
No, he's got a point.
A raven psychic so strong it drove her mad, to the point that she was institutionalized, eventually hidden away due to her overwhelming supernatural power or prowess, depending on how you want to see it. Now, my guess is that there will be 2 storylines converging into one, maybe even more. With 2 of these storylines obviously being Wednesday save Enid, and as well as Wednesday could possibly save Aunt Ophelia from her torment, because she's in this constant state that I would assume is that she's just constantly overflowing with so much negative energy or negative powers from her raven psychic abilities.
It's enough to make a grown man cry.
Now, in what order will they go around and do this? I don't know, but bear with me, and if you still are here, thank you so much. Hit that like button. Let's say Wednesday heads to Miss Frump's house, the mansion, with Uncle Fester to create this plan to save Enid. She gets visions and feels like this type of energy that's kind of offsetting hers, or it's leading her down a path to find something, and she's able to find Aunt Ophelia in the dungeon. But Aunt Ophelia may want to test her abilities, and a battle of ravens ensues, leading to Wednesday's fight to overcome her aunt and whatever mental torment is keeping her insane. What I'm trying to say is that not only is she saving Enid, she's going to save her own aunt who's currently in this really bad state. Now, in this process or possible trial, Wednesday reaches a heightened sense of self or greater understanding of her powers. With this, she is able to stabilize and harness her powers and understand the soul, or maybe control the darkness in oneself. But what happens after this? After she levels up, she's able to locate Enid, figure out how to stabilize Enid's soul, or in Enid's case, probably bring back her conscience or put her in a better state of mind. And by this, I mean bring Enid back into the driver's seat before the werewolf policing force is able to find her first. So you're probably wondering, what is the werewolf policing force? Well, the werewolf policing force is usually this unit that is sent out to chase werewolves that have lost control of themselves. And usually this means an alpha. Whenever an alpha loses control and they cannot control themselves, the werewolf policing force is thus sent out to go find them. Now, usually this means that the werewolf is too far gone, meaning that the werewolf will have to be put down. And this is something that Wednesday is trying to prevent. But while Wednesday is out saving her best friend, who's gonna save her from the threat who wants her dead?